Today, I want us to look at another recipe from out of this book. So we're going to be doing a recipe from out of this with a little bit of modifications. So I am going to be looking at a brain boosting tonic. And it is somewhat like a tea, because this is how I make my teas. So it's somewhat like a tea. So, but they call it brain boosting tonic. And I have all my herbs here. I have my sage. I have my goat cola, which is all of these things are very good for the brain. I have my ginkgo. And there was one herb that they said that I didn't have, and that is bacopa or something like that. And I don't have that herb. So what I'm going to do is replace it with some thyme. If you wanted to, you could probably replace it with some rosemary or something. But I'm just replacing it with some thyme today because thyme is good for the immune system in general. So this recipe that we are looking at is on page 129 for those of you that have the book. And along with my my herbs, I have my 4 cups of water here, and then I have my pot. And today I am going to be using my small, I had this for a while, but I never used it. So I'm going to be trying to use my small hot plate today. So let's look at what she's saying here first. And it's saying, in the quest for optimal cognitive function, this brain boosting tonic combines herbs known for their cognitive enhancing properties. And trust me, sometimes I need that because sometimes my brain gets so tired. I really do need this. And ginkgo biloba, known for its distinctive fan-shaped leaves, has long been celebrated for its ability to enhance blood circulation to the brain. And that is what we need, blood circulation to the brain. And thereby improving memory and concentration. And the bacopa, now as I said, I don't have the bacopa, but I am replacing that with some thyme. So we are not going to read that section, but the goat cola, with its historical use in traditional medicine, contributes by improving memory, increased mental clarity, which is what we all need, and alleviating anxiety, and finally sage, an herb with cognitive enhancing properties, further enriches the cognitive, promoting memory and concentration. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm just going to let you know one thing. I am not a medical doctor, and this information that I'm sharing here is strictly for informational purposes only, and it is not to replace any medical advice or you see your medical doctor. And if you feel that you might be allergic to something, please do not use it. And for those of you that are pregnant and nursing, do not use this unless you see or speak to your medical physician first, because this is strictly for informational purposes only. And all these things that I have here, I've already used in different teas and different things like that. So I'm just doing this recipe here that she has in her book. And I hope that for those of you that are here for the first time and you do not know me, my name is Annie. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back and thank you so much for stopping back. And I hope that you enjoy this recipe and you will try a lot more of my recipes in the future, because you see how the world is going. And in the future, we might need our natural herbalism stuff to try to help us when we cannot get the regular medication. And now all these things is just to help with memory boosting power and all of that. So we are going to try this. So we are going to put our 4 cups in our pot. And that is exactly 4 cups. So let's turn on our stove, see what happens. And then it is asking for 1 teaspoon of, let me lower this a little. It's asking for 1 teaspoon of the ginkgo right in there. Then it asks for 1 to 2 teaspoons of the bacopa. But as I tell you, I'm just replacing that with the thyme. So I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of the thyme. 1, 2 teaspoons of the thyme. And then the gotu kola, it also asks for 1 to 2 teaspoons of the gotu kola. So I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of my gotu kola because I love gotu kola. I have a video up top talking about the benefits of the gotu kola. I am going to list that in the description box for you, or list it somewhere up here in the thing. Then I'm going to put in, it says 1 to 2 teaspoons of sage. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of the sage because and that is ground sage. I don't have the other kind of sage, but I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon. And then, okay, so it told you here to boil 4 cups of water in a pot. Oh, I should have probably read this first because it's telling you here that the water should be boiled. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So the water should be boiled. And once the water is boiling, add the specific amount of the herbs to the pot and let it simmer. Let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this come to a boil. And then when it comes to a boil, then we would start the timer or we would let it simmer. All right. So I will be right back. It's looking nice, family. Just remember that if you did your tea with some fresh herbs, they would definitely look nice and green but mine is brown because I'm using dry herbs. But if you smell the aroma inside this kitchen, it is awesome. It's awesome. So I brought it to a boil. I lowered the stove, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it stay here and simmer. So it has to simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna let it simmer. Let's have a little honey here that I will be using to sweeten it with. And I'm gonna put it in my teapot. So I will be right back. So I'm just gonna pour it in my cup and sweeten it. And then we are gonna have a little taste. This is our brain booster. And as I told you, it's this color because I used dry herbs. But if you use green herbs, obviously the color is going to be different. So we're just going to sweeten it with a little bit of some honey, and then we are going to taste this. And I'm excited to taste it because y'all know how I love teas. This is it. Actually, it tastes quite nice. It tastes really nice. You can taste like the earthiness. It is really earthy, but it is good. So, and family, yes, this is our brain booster all done. And I am very impressed with this. So I will be using this tea on a periodical basis. So what we are going to do now is, yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this tea on a more constant basis. And I mean, it's going down so hot and nice, especially on a cold day. This is a lovely tea to have. So family, thank you for joining me. And if you enjoyed this recipe, just let me know that you enjoyed it and try it at home, because we all need something to make our brains a little sharper. Because sometimes I go into a room and I say, what did I go into this room for now? And so I know that happens to everybody. My daughter says, but mommy, that happens to me too. But yeah, sometimes it's not fun because then you have to retrace your steps. So thank you so much for joining me, and continue to spread the love and let your light shine. And remember, share this with a friend. Have an awesome, awesome rest of the day. Wow, this is awesome.